St. Peter's friends. So, you've just been talking about being part of a team. It's always good, especially when you have to do something really hard, to know that you don't have to do it alone. You're part of a much bigger team. This hat I'm wearing, it's from Out of the Cold last year. We were part of a really big team. St. Peter's had a team, but then there was a team of teams, like a whole bunch of people. And we all walked together and we raised money for people who are homeless. It was a good thing to do. It was something we were doing to show our love for other people who had less. And you know what? It's not that we walked that far. It wasn't really that hard. But there's no way that we could have raised that much money. I couldn't have done it, just one person. Our little team from this church, we raised a lot. But all the teams together, it was so much more. It's always good when you're working on something hard to know you've got a whole team of people with you. That makes it so much better. We're going to go up the mountain today and talk about the fact that, you know what? Even when we have to do hard things, we don't have to do them alone. We really don't. We're part of a much bigger team. We'll talk about that up the mountain. I'll see you up there. Whoa, it's a snowy mountain climb today. It's good when you're doing something to do it as part of a team. See you at the top, team. Well, the snow makes that a little bit of a trickier climb, I'll tell you. Whoa, sometimes when you're trying to go somewhere or do something, it can be a little bit hard. Sometimes following Jesus is a little hard too. And he talked to his friends about that one day up on his mountain. That's what we're going to talk about today. He told them, "Blessed are you when people revile you and persecute you and say all kinds of things about you that aren't even true on my account. Rejoice and be glad, because your reward is great in heaven." And that's exactly the way they treated the prophets who came before you. Wow. There's that word that we talked about last time too, persecuted. Jesus said, "Blessed are you when you're persecuted and reviled." That means people don't even like you. When they treat you mean, they bully you, and they don't even like you, and they lie about you, and they say stuff that's not even true. Blessed are you. Wow. Again, it's like, Jesus, really? How can that possibly be a good thing? Blessed are you when all that bad stuff happens. Well, Jesus said, blessed are you when those things happen to you because you're following me. That's exactly what happened to the prophets who came before you. Whew. These are hard words to hear. You know, I think that's why Jesus came back to this twice. Like last week we talked about, blessed are you when you are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for doing the right thing. And again, Jesus said to his friends, blessed are you when people persecute you and revile you, don't even like you, and lie about you because of me, because you're following me. You should rejoice and be glad. Oh boy, that sounds upside down and backwards to me. But so many of the things that Jesus talked about with his friends up the mountain sound upside down and backwards, don't they? He was talking about the kingdom of God. And it doesn't work the same way that things work in the world. Okay, well, the other thing is Jesus said, not if this happens to you, but when. He was pretty sure it would happen to people. Because you know what? Following Jesus can be hard. And he said you should be joyful. You should rejoice. Feel glad about that. Why? Because you're not alone. This isn't the first time that people have been treated badly for following Jesus. There were lots of people before who were doing God's good work, and they were treated badly too. Maybe you've heard of some of them. In the Bible, there was a prophet named Moses. He was supposed to lead God's people through the wilderness. And people didn't like him some days. They were like, Moses, we don't like the food. Moses, are we there yet? This is taking too long. They complained. They didn't like Moses. Moses was a prophet, and he was doing God's work, and people didn't like him. Another one is Jeremiah. People didn't like Jeremiah either. But God told Jeremiah, don't worry about it. You just do what I'm asking you to do. You just keep on. Okay. There were prophets in the Bible who were women. Deborah, Huldah, there's a bunch of them. And there were people who were like, are you kidding me? I'm not doing this. She's a woman. I'm not doing what a woman told me to do. And people didn't like her. And they didn't want to follow her. And they said lies about her. Yeah, they persecuted these prophets. Deborah, Jeremiah. Another one is Daniel. He got thrown into a den of lions just for doing the right thing. So Jesus said to his followers, you know what? It's going to be hard to follow what I'm asking you to do sometimes. But that's okay. You should be glad about that, because there's lots of people before you, the prophets, they got treated that same way too. So don't worry about it. You just keep on keeping on. You keep on following me. And remember, you're not alone. You're part of a big, big team. A team from a long time ago and a team from now. So we're not alone. We're part of a St. Peter's team, aren't we? We're part of the followers of Jesus team. And that's an even bigger team. People who worked for God a long, long time ago, the prophets. Yeah, doing the right thing, it's never easy. But you can remember, you're not alone. Let me give you a blessing, okay? Blessed are you, even when it's hard to follow Jesus and you do it anyway, you are part of God's team. God bless you.